You know I'm about it. You say you are about it, then I highly doubt it. We gon' make it right.
Can't even hear it, but I got intros stuff. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Least Favored. Today's episode is a little bit different. We're in Brooklyn right now at the AM/PM Gallery, and I am hosting podcast interviews for some of the creatives here. And so this event, the focus is Soundometry, which is the study of sound and how sound influenced creatives. So I'm here with Showtime, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want you to introduce yourself real quick.
So I'm Showtime, Natalie. I'm a rapper, creative. I'm from Brooklyn, born and raised. Music is my passion. It moves me, it drives me. It's how I get my feelings across and etc.
And how old are you?
I'm 23. I'm about to be 24 next month, actually.
Oh, man.
Tourist season.
All right. Not the stars and moons. All right. So I guess I want to just start with how long have you been rapping?
I've been rapping since like 2018, maybe. I've been rapping all my life. I've been rapping publicly since 2018 for real.
Not how long have you been doing it? What made you want to get into it?
Music's always, since I was younger, my mom used to be a musician. She used to sing. So since I was younger, music's always been in the household. So,
What kind of music? What was her, she's R&B,
she's
pop?
neo soul, Joe Scott, Erykah Badu, so like that. So ever since then, I took all that passion from that music. I was let me put it into my own someday or something.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're influenced by that sound in your music, or you kind of do your own?
I think not influenced, but I think more so I'm definitely influenced. Like I said, I just take that passion that I've always heard in my household, and I take it and put it into what I do now.
Yeah. So I do want to ask you, do you rely on certain types of sounds to get to inspire you? So I guess who would be some people that you listen to in order to be all right, I need some type of creative inspiration right now?
It's crazy because the people that I look up to that inspire me, they don't even make the same music I do. I make a lot of hip hop.
Yeah.
I've been into drill, but I make chill drill. It's a little different.
What's chill drill?
Chill drill is we chilling. We not really on the crazy shit. We just chilling, getting money, shit like that. But when I need inspiration, I listen to real creatives. I listen to Tyler or Brent Fayez or Baby Keem or Kendrick. People that really create. So I get a feeling of all right, they did this, and that. So how can I take that and make it?
I have a question. Do you listen to, this is super random, but do you listen to West Coast rappers too?
A few. Really? I listen to 03 Greedo, Draco the Ruler, the underground.
No, I'm a little bit old. I'm 30, so. Okay. You never listen to Currency or anything?
Nah, I listen to Currency. I listen to
you give me a Currency
Larry
vibe.
June.
Yeah, Larry June. Yes, me too. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm in tune.
Nah, all right, good. I want to know. So, obviously, do you have whatchamacallit? Do you have any other small businesses that you do? Or is it just music right now? Are you producing too?
Nah, I don't. I used to, but I don't really like producing. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't.
Why?
Yeah, it's strenuous. It's a lot. It's a lot to look at. And I'm in school too, so there's certain things I can't really do to my full potential right now.
What are you studying in school right now?
My major is literature writing and publishing. I want to publish children's books when I do it.
Wow, I was not expecting that at all. That's mad different. That's mad. How do you get into that?
I don't even know. I like writing. So that's how I got into music too. Because when I was younger, I used to just write a lot. And then with the music influence, it's damn, why not just make a song? Kind of started from there.
And you want to do children's books?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Children's books make a lot of money.
No, they do. And honestly, they're easier to write. They're shorter to write. Instead of writing a whole novel, 400 pages.
You write a couple pages and they entertain for
the night.
Put
out a couple books, you set.
Exactly.
You are set, not for real. What do you love most about being a creative?
That's a hard one because it's a lot. I like being recognized. Because I always used to be in the shadows. I used to like being in the shadows. So now it's fun to create stuff and, go out places we here right now. I'm about to perform. People are going to recognize me. So that's, it's pretty fun to be recognized for something that I like to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably the best part about it. Being around people.
How long have you actually been performing? What was your first time when you was on stage? Do you remember?
I think 2020, I did one of my friends, he had a release party. Now, I think, 2020, one of my friends, Dion, he had a release party for his project that he was dropping, and I was on it. So I performed a couple of songs on that set. How was that? It was cool. I'm not gonna lie, performing, I've always been energetic. I've always been outside. So So you
Funny.
no, but for real, like
Yeah.
it's nothing. Like, you know, I do get the little butterflies like right before, but other than that, I don't really be nervous and nothing. Like,
And
it's
I feel
always
like
been
when you're
smooth.
really passionate about what it is that you're doing, like it's like more of an excited nervous. You're
Exactly.
not like anxious about it.
Yeah, you don't look in the crowd and be frightened no more, or nothing
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that. Like,
How do you stay motivated and inspired? Like, you know, things get tough. As a creative, things get tough. So it's like, how do you keep that drive going?
I don't know. I just kind of think about people who've already done it. Like, you know, I think about, like, I'm not the only one that has problems. And I know that people who are where I want to be, they've been through it all just like me.
Yeah.
So, you know, the fact that everybody has struggles and, you know, a story that they want to get out, that's what it keeps me, you know, because I'm like, I'm here, there's people here, there's people there. So.
Yeah. If you could collaborate with anyone, dead or alive, on a project, who would it be?
I'm gonna be honest. Probably like when I was younger, I used to listen to a lot of Chief Keef. So you know what I mean, he's one of my favorite rappers. So we could get like a little project, and that'd be fire.
That could be lit. Yeah. And then I have one more question. What's the? Oh wait, no, I can ask that. Okay. This is like a random question.
But
if you could eat one food while working on a project, what would it be? That only one food.
Chicken and waffles. That's easy. Chicken and waffles all day long too.
Okay. Thank you for meeting.
Of
Thank
course.
you for talking with us.
Thank you for having
Let
me.
people know where they can find you.
All platforms. Showtime Leonardi. All platforms. 2 L's, 2 T's. Apple Music, Spotify, even SoundCloud too. I got a few little deep cuts on there, but
Okay.
you know, I'm everywhere.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna do a little transition. Yes. Hold on. Okay, hi. So we're here with, what's your name?
Eric Anthony, aka EA.
Okay, and so tell the people where you're from, what you do, and how old you are.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. What do? I'm a DJ. I've been turntablist, scratch DJ for about 8 years now, and 27.
Oh, wow, nice. So what made you want to get into DJing?
Honestly, it was just the art of storytelling within mixtapes. And in the 90s, you have mixtapes that people were telling stories using other people's music. And so that was inspiring for me to go and tell my story, or just have a good night at the club and just put a story in the club that just makes you want to be there and have fun, not just drink and have bottles, but be there for the music.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you have a specific DJ that inspires you or that you look up to?
Yeah, for sure. DJ AM, Adam Goldstein.
Oh, Adam. Do you know that? Adam Goldstein?
Yeah, DJ AM.
AM? Really?
Yeah.
What kind of music was he doing? Hip hop?
He was doing what we do now, where you see how everything's kind of sped up and we play music pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He was one of the first DJs to actually influence that kind of style. And it was actually called open format.
Okay.
And he just sped up the way that we play music in the clubs, and he played everything. He would go into like hip hop, dance hall, rock, classic 80s. And so that mesh is just so New York to me.
Mm-hmm.
Duke is from Philly, but it inspired me to go and want to do the same. Tell a story, use all kind of music.
Yes.
Not just play hip hop all night.
I was just gonna say, do you play everything?
I love everything.
Yeah.
My main is hip hop.
I was gonna say.
R&B, little Latino, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I like EDM too. I'm down with the crowd.
I like EDM. How do you feel about drill music?
Ooh.
Drill.
Drill?
Yeah.
I'm cool with drill.
Cool with it?
I like it. I like the idea that they're coming out with more messages behind the music.
Yeah.
And I love the energy, and I love that it's taking us outside of just New York.
Mm-hmm.
Like UK drill is dope to me too.
Oh yeah, because that's where it originated from, correct? Or I'm bugging.
You know what?
People always say it started in the UK.
Nah, I don't know if it started in UK. I feel like I want to give New York, because it's never just one. I'm from Brooklyn, so I'm kind of, you know. But no, it's a good question. I'll have to Google that.
I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people say that, like, oh yeah, like New York bit off of the UK sound with it. But I'm like, I feel like we've done a pretty good job with drill. I mean, drill's not my go-to to listen to, but I think we've done a good job with it. I want to ask you, okay, do you DJ actual like small events?
I definitely do. You could always catch me here, AM, PM Gallery. I'm here on the usual. My favorite last event I did here was the Puerto Rican Day Parade. We were here for 2 days straight and just kicking it, having fun. People doing their art, selling their art, you know, Puerto Rican Boricua art on the day of just our culture. And then in New York, so hip-hop, salsa, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. What's the hardest part about being a DJ?
The hardest part is the behind the scenes is actually going through your crates and having the time to master your art before you go in front of a crowd. once you figure out your music and your style, you just tell your story.
Is there a song that you're like tired of playing or tired of listening to right now, or tired of getting, I guess, requests from?
I can't say that there's a particular song, but I'm not a fan of this Harry Styles song I keep hearing so much. It's
What
a
song
pop
is
track.
that?
I can't think of it at the moment, but
Harry
it's in my head.
Styles? I don't even know who that is. Do I?
Pop artist.
I don't really listen.
Nah, what you listen to?
I'm more so into, honestly, I'm still stuck in the R&B wave of the 90s and the 2000s. Like, till this day, I'm 30, so I'm a little bit older. So I just feel like when I'm in my car, that's what I want to vibe to. That's what I want to clean to. That's what I want to, like, write to. It's just calming. I don't feel like music has ever been the same since. Not that it should be, because we're supposed to evolve and change, but that's what I like. In terms of new artists, I like Ice Spice, I guess. She's cool.
Nah, she's cool.
She's cool.
And you know what? She's down to earth. I watched a couple of her interviews.
She seems very down to earth.
She's having fun with it.
Yeah.
And she's being her. So again, she blew up to me because she's just her.
She's
genuine.
just her. Just like Cardi B blew up. She was her.
100%.
At first, I thought I was like, all right, she's probably being a little too extra right now.
I thought she was mad ratchet, but then I like kind of got to know her and her story. And again,
and she's actually very intelligent.
Yeah.
She actually knows a lot of shit.
It takes more than just, you know what I'm saying, that pizzazz to get up into that level that she's at. So respect to Cardi for
Absolutely.
sure.
Do you, I mean, obviously this is an obvious question, but I want to know, how does music influence your mood and your behavior?
Oh man, if you catch me on Instagram, my IG is EricAnthony_. I just put how I feel that day into my music, and right now for me it's like the gym, consistency, and just my music, again, organizing myself and my crates and my ideas.
Yeah.
So it definitely, like, you play a great track at the gym, it gets you motivated to do that next, you know what I'm saying, set that you got. And when you go home, excuse me,
no,
you chill, you put a chill vibe on, you put something smooth, and then like when you cooking and cleaning, you put the R&B, 2000s hip hop, catch that vibe.
Also, side note, I love Afrobeats. Do you listen to Afrobeats too? I love Afrobeats.
Word.
But what I wanted to say, because you work out, I love to work out too. Who do you listen to at the gym?
Ooh, good question. Recently, I've been really liking Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for some reason, I like his energy on Call Me If You Get Lost. Dope album.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of upstate New York, Griselda.
Oh,
shouts out to like
perfect gym music.
90s grunge hip hop, but it's not 90s, so don't get it twisted. 90s hip hop is not the only boom bap. We got now boom bap 2023. Griselda.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
So I listen to that and I get my energy up.
Okay, good. I'm more so into I listen to a lot of, I listen to EDM when I'm at the gym. Then Bo gets me going.
That's what's
you feel
up.
me? Like just gets me hype, and really into like Jadakiss, Styles P. Like I want to hear that like grungy kind of vibe.
That's what's up.
I wanted to ask just a quick little random question here. Let me see what I have here. Oh, what's the biggest? No, hold on, sorry.
Take your time.
What's one thing you wish more people knew about the DJing industry?
That's a good question. I wish that people would just appreciate the DJ more instead of just thinking they're like an iPod or someone who just goes there and just plays music. Find out who's playing good music, who's playing an actual set, a style, and enjoy the music. And then go have a drink or a smoke and go enjoy yourself in another dimension.
Absolutely.
But remember where you go there for. It's the music.
Absolutely. Because a lot of times you'll go out with your friends and it's like, yo, let's just vibe. Like they'll be upset. Oh, it's too much Spanish music. It's too much this. And it's just like, can we just have a drink and relax? Or like you see people kind of like being rude going up to DJs. Like, can you play this? Can you play that? Can you play this? And it's like
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, always the Bad Bunny, which we love Bad Bunny, but
I do. I love Bad Bunny.
After a while, you want a little diversity. But yeah, thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you for having me.
Let people know where they can find you.
Again, you can find me at Instagram at Eric. That's ERIK Anthony ANTHONY _.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on. I'll just do like a little transition song between guests. Okay, so we are back with another interview, and I want you to introduce yourself, where you're from, your age, and what you do.
Hello, hi guys. My name is Mars. I'm 19 years old, and I am an artist. I make paintings, comic books, graphic design, graphic art, character art, anything that I could really think of. I'm very creative. Where I'm from?
Yeah.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Of course.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, how long have you been drawing, arting? Like, how long have you been an artist?
I'm gonna have to say, like, since middle school. I started like making art basically because I wasn't really good at like grades or like getting good grades or anything. So I needed something to be able to like grasp onto, like have a title for myself. So I wanted to be an artist, so that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I made sure like I really put the effort in, and I feel like I'm ascending now.
Do you feel like it's easy to connect with other artists? I mean, aside, like, if you didn't have these type of like mixers and things like that.
No.
Why? No.
I stay at home so much. I feel like most artists, they do stay at home and they like to stay in quiet places and paint and draw and
I get that
feel
vibe.
that. So this is like a place where artists can come and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Not just home.
Right. Because did you ever have moments in school, or you're in school now, right? Are you in college?
I used to be, not
okay.
Right now.
Did you ever feel like that kind of like maybe outcast vibe, or like a little anxious, I guess, socializing with other people?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have to say yes. I feel like most artists cling on to that like anxious feeling and like feeling like in the background and alone, because when you're an artist, you like observe more. You have to like observe without being observed and like figure stuff out yourself. So I feel like being an observer, having that anxious like trait in you, just not want to talk to people, makes you a good artist. Not gonna lie.
No, it might, because then you channel a lot of those emotions through your art, I'm assuming.
Yes, of course.
Actually, speaking of emotions, then how do your emotions affect your art? So like, let's say if you're really angry or really sad or really happy, what are you more inclined to do in your artwork?
I feel like when I'm sad more is when I want to draw more. Like when I want to like express my emotion. When I'm happy, I want to do something else. Like want to enjoy like my time, because art is kind of like painting for me is so like quiet and like still. I like sitting with my sadness and feeling that. And the most recent piece that I have right now, it's just right over there, is about sadness. It's a sad piece.
Wait, can you bring it over here?
Of course.
Anthony, bring it, please.
It's a heartbreak piece.
Wait, we need visuals. We need the visuals. 1 second, guys. Oh, wow. I'll hold it, yeah. All right, so talk to me about this piece.
This is a piece defining my heartbreak, basically. Yes. So basically, these are me. Both of these are me. This is my ascended version of myself. When I'm sad, I feel blue. So this is like a blue version of me. And then this is my ascended self. And these tears are representing my feelings and my emotions. And I'm taking it. And this whole piece represents like almost like a cycle of creation. This is the feelings that I have, and this entire piece is what I've made with these feelings. You understand? And this is the rocket ship represents my relationship, so it's leaving away from the piece.
Oh my God.
And the comments represent problems and like, just
turmoil, chaos,
trials, tribulations coming into my life.
Oh my God.
And each star represents a song that I made about this as well, because I also make music too.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. First, I just want to say, I know this is supposed to be a sad thing, but it's beautiful. Yes. I love it.
Thank you.
I want to keep it right here for the rest of the interview.
Yes, I literally want to sleep with it all night. Like, I can't stop looking at it. Every time I see it, I'm like, I put so much time. Like I told you.
No, but you can tell.
An entire month it took me to really do this.
When you drew this, I guess, did emotions come out? Were you crying as you were drawing
There's
it?
tears in this piece.
For real?
Tears. Like,
wow.
It dropped onto the piece and I painted over it. It gives it like energy almost. Definitely.
Did that add on to why it took a month? Like maybe you had to be like, you know what? I need a break.
I literally couldn't even. This heartbreak happened like way in the past.
Yeah.
This is when I finally like healed about it. This is when I could finally like make my art.
Yeah.
I feel like I made the songs first because songs are like, it's more like emotional and it's like connected.
Yeah.
But this is like a healing piece. Almost.
Yeah.
That's probably why it's so beautiful.
Yeah, this takes a lot of details too, because you're trying to like represent so many different aspects of it with the pictures. So it's like figuring out, okay, like even the comments representing the chaos and the toxic and the like that takes time to think about. So let's get into the music. What kind of music do you do? What are you into?
I make all types of music.
Okay. Do you
listen
rap?
to all. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I started out rapping and then I kind of like shied into other things because I realized I like more than rap. Like I like rock, I like indie, I like all types of stuff. So of course I'm gonna make all types of stuff.
Right. Yeah. And do you sing too? No? Okay.
I wish I could. I really do wish I could sing, but I feel like I try to stay on key as much as possible. But autotune really helps when you're making music. So,
is there a specific? Do you play any instruments? No. Okay, that's fine. You don't really need to in this day and age, so you can get everything online.
Once you have certain equipment, you sound good.
Yeah. Are there any specific sounds that you find distracting or soothing when you're working?
I like music or silence. Either music or silence. I don't listen to like the sounds, I drown it out with music.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. And what kind of music would you listen to while you're working?
All types of music.
Everything. Rock,
Anything.
R&B. Do you have a favorite like artist right now?
Right now, my favorite artist of all time is Pierce the Veil. They're a band. Yeah.
Stop.
They're a band.
Pierce
but
the Veil.
Pierce the Veil. I really
you
love
know
Pierce the
about them?
Of course I know about. I knew about them since middle school. Like I was a die-hard Pierce the Veil
I'm
fan.
literally
I had a
dying
shirt.
right now.
I literally had a Pierce the Veil shirt. It's gone now.
Stop.
My friend took it, but
Oh my God.
I love Pierce the Veil so much.
I'm surprised you know about them because there's an age difference here. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. I already told other people. But so for you to know about them, that's amazing.
Old school, like punk type.
Yeah.
I like the old school like sound more than
Do
I
you
like
have
the
any
new
other?
school.
Wait, give me some more.
More, you want more?
Some
Let's
more.
see. I'm gonna name like the Falling in Reverse.
Okay.
You know who that is?
No, I don't.
It's like a Pierce the Veil type.
Okay.
You other rappers? I'm not sure.
It's fine. Rap doesn't matter right now. We can get into the
Indie.
rock.
I like No Name. Do you know who No Name is?
No.
No Name. She's like this really cool indie rapper, but her rap is more like mellow and it's like kind of like kind of talking. She's talking.
Okay. I'll check it out. Like I was listening in high school. I was into like Dance Gavin Dance. Did you ever hear about them? Death Cab for Cutie.
Do you know Inspired the Liars?
For real? No, I didn't know.
Please listen to that song. Dance Gavin Dance. I didn't even know who that was, but Inspired the Liars is so
For real? Okay, I will. Sorry, we're like having a moment right now. Hold on, let me get here. How? No, I don't want to ask that. Okay, so what are you currently working on? Current like art project or music project?
Commissions.
What's
a lot of commission? Basically, people pay me to draw.
To draw
for them, to paint for them.
And how's that been going?
It's been going beautifully.
Okay. Are people telling you, hey, can you draw this for me? Or are you kind of just coming up with your own?
Well, they come to me usually. The first commission I'm working on right now is from the last event, actually. But here, that's where I got it from. She came to me, she saw my painting. She was like, I need you to do a skateboard design for me. And I skate as well. My skateboard's over there as well.
I see it.
Yes. So she needed a skateboard design. And it's so crazy because like how certain niches, when you like are in art, you should have other hobbies like skating and like music, all types of stuff. So like you're branching out into different communities, and now I do art and things I like, things I love.
And also that's just also a really good way to connect with people too, because people are coming to you, you're talking. Oh, you got a vibe for what they want. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I want to ask you one more question. Is there anything so far that someone has asked you to draw that's weird?
Weird
or like different? I mean, we don't say weird, but like just different. Not typical, right? Something out of your comfort zone.
I don't think so yet.
No,
I feel like I'm pretty new. Since I'm 19, I'm pretty new to like getting commissions.
I was gonna say, is there something out of your comfort zone that you would want to do in terms of your art or your music?
Yes.
What?
Out of my comfort zone for art, maybe like mechanical transformers type stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's like with really like architecture. It's more based on like actual like math and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really hard. But I feel like if you practice long enough for anything, you could do anything you want.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And how about for the music? Anything you want to like step out and do?
I want to sing.
I think you should do it. I feel like you have a really nice talking voice. I feel like your singing voice will sound good.
I can't stay on key because I'm not like a professional singer. I don't feel like I have like, the talent when you're like naturally born with a beautiful like singing voice.
Yeah, but I know that you can warm up. Like there's classes, there's like coaches that help with that. And also, if you really think about a lot of the artists out here who are singing, they're not really killing the game either. So
I feel like it's inviting now.
Yeah.
Like more people could come in, more people could just do what they do and be who they are. So I feel like if I were to sing, I would be very happy.
I think you should do it. I support it. I'm going to give you some gunshots for that. Thank you so much for speaking with me. Let people know where they can find you. And
Art of Mars on Instagram with a Z. Mars with a Z, never with an S, always with a Z. And Mars.money as well. That's my main page where I post pictures of myself, and Art of Mars is where I post my actual art.
Awesome. And I'll put it in the episode, so you're good. Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just do a song real quick. To finish. Okay, so we are back with, what's your name?
Edwin Medina.
Where are you from?
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, I'm a Michigan fan, so I'm not even about to finish that. So.
Oh, you a Michigan fan?
Yeah,
I'm dead. All right, we're not doing that. It's not a sports podcast. How old are you?
I'm 23.
23. And, okay, so you're from Ohio. So I got to ask, do you like Kid Cudi?
Do I like Kid? I really didn't grow up listening to him, but I like him. His music's fire.
Okay, good.
Music of happiness, and I know. Yeah, that's my stuff right there.
Good. All right, so what do you do?
I have my own clothing brand. I literally just moved here for that.
Oh, wow.
Packed up my whole life in my car and just moved here like a month ago. Risked it all.
Oh, shit. What inspired that?
Yeah. What inspired that?
Why New York?
Why New York? Well, I've had my friend lives here.
Mm-hmm.
I had a pop-up here in this gallery that we're in, but I was visiting. But I was like, it was good vibes. Puerto Ricans, I'm Puerto Ricans. And I was like, it just made sense. So I was like, no reason to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Let's make it work.
Right. So what's the culture like in Ohio? Not that many like Latinos or...
No, there's a big Puerto Rican scene out there actually. Like my family moved from here in Brooklyn to Ohio like a long time ago. So it's lit. It's like up and coming in the fashion scene. They're like ranked number 4. People are sleeping right now on Columbus.
Yeah, because I hear Ohio, I'm like, land. I don't really know. I've never been.
No, it's all
I've
good.
never been.
people make fun of it and like it's a running joke, but I take a lot of pride on where I'm from. So it's a beautiful
What's the name of your clothing brand?
It's called Bag.
Bag?
Like get in your bag, but it has an H on the end, so BAGH, because it stands for Be a Good Human.
Oh, I love that. Be a good human. Yeah. Do you focus on anything? Like, is it hoodies? Is it hats? Is it shoes? Is it everything?
Yeah, right now we do jackets and shirts right now, but we're about to do everything, like hats, everything. But just shirts and jackets right now. I got a shirt on, but I just play basketball in this.
Nice. So you said you also do street interviews, which I think is dope. How's that process like? Like, what do you like about street interviewing?
I loved it. It helped me get rid of a lot of my anxiety.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't the type of person that would do something like that.
Yeah.
And I've met the most amazing random people by just going and speaking to them and like telling me what it means to them to be a good human. And it's been amazing.
Yeah. I love that. So this event is about sound. So I guess what kind of sounds or what kind of music influences you and your culture, your work, whatever?
Oh, so I've just started branching out into different music genres lately.
Yeah.
But the main one would just be hip hop, honestly. Hip-hop. And then Latino music.
Of course.
I really love music that makes me want to dance and like be active. So
Same.
If it has a great beat and makes me want to move, I start moving.
You have any favorite artists right now?
Yeah.
Or favorite project?
No, literally. One of my favorite artists right now is my boy Frosty Preem over there.
Oh, nice.
And I just listened to his music and it's amazing. Chef G, free him. And then like, Drake and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But honestly, Preem and like Chef G are like my 2 favorite artists right now.
You have any favorite, I guess, Spanish artists?
Not really.
Like, I don't know any of their art.
I mean, Daddy Yankee, honestly, it would just be that one. Daddy Yankee. I grew up a lot listening to Daddy Yankee, so I would say him.
Nice. And you speak Spanish?
I do speak a lot of Spanish. Honestly, I understand Spanish, but I'm working on speaking it better.
More? Yeah,
but I understand all of it.
I feel you. How do you... I don't really like that. Hold on. Sorry. I have a lot of questions here.
It's all good.
Everything is about sound. Okay. What do you love most about being like your own designer, clothing brand? Like, what do you love most about it?
What I love most is that, honestly, for at least me, because my brand's about being a good human, like getting in your bag, and I'm pushing something that could change the world and be positive. Because I felt like there's a lot of negativity in the world, and I'm pushing, like, who doesn't want to be a good human right now? You know what I mean? So
I love that.
It's deeper than the fabric to me.
Yeah,
it's about being a good human.
Because with this podcast, like, we focus on how to be better, how to become better, right?
See?
And a lot of people, like a lot of my friends will be like, oh, nah, you got to do more toxic stuff. You got to have debates and arguments with people. And I'm like, but why? Like, don't we have enough of that shit out here? Like, why are we doing more of that?
I like that.
Like, so I've just learned to be like, you know what? Fuck off. I'm going to do me. Do what you want to do. And that's it.
And that's sad because that like that negativity and toxic stuff is what gets likes and what gets, so it's hard to kind of stay grounded and stay positive. So I would think, like, respect to y'all for still doing y'all's thing.
No, for real. I wanted to know from you too. We talk about being a good human. What do you think it takes to be a good human?
See, to me, it starts off with self-love. I feel like a lot of people are very negative because they don't love themselves first.
That is a fucking...
So,
you know what? I'm giving you gunshots for that.
You feel me? Like, honestly, once you learn how to love yourself first, you're being a good human. You're going to put out better energy once you learn to love yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So just learning how to self-love first, and then all the rest will come in.
Love that. Oh my God, love that. Do you have a certain person in the fashion industry that you look up to for inspiration? Or even just the way they dress that you think is fire?
Honestly, I just like I said, my whole life took a 360. Like, I've never, when I was growing up, I couldn't really afford clothes like that. So I wasn't looking for nobody for fashion because I couldn't wear it.
Right.
So right now it's just things I've been seeing here in New York and like really my own stuff, you know? So I don't really look to nobody, but Wisdom K has been like a person. I like his stuff.
I don't even know who that is. Who is that?
I don't know. He's like a model slash. He's won a lot of fashion awards lately.
And you live in Brooklyn, right?
I live in LES, but one stop away from here.
Honestly,
so.
I feel like this area and even the LES, like, it's such a good spot to even just watch people and see how they dress because they put things together so, like, different. I was just telling somebody, I think I was telling Showtime. You know Showtime, the DJ who was here?
Mm-mm.
Well, I was just telling him that, like, people in the Bronx, we dress a little bit more, like, basic. There's no originality. We all kind of look alike. I come here and I'm like, damn, like, I would have never put that outfit together, and it's, like, bold. So I think you're in a great spot.
Yeah, it's a big artist area. There's a lot of galleries in LES and out here, and it's like, there's a lot of diverse people. It's like a melting, like...
And there's no judgment. Like, people are just free. They are who they are, and that's it.
Literally, and that's the best way to be.
Yeah. I do want to know... Well, I want you to tell the people where they can find you. Share your Instagram handles. Oh,
yeah. So, my Instagram is bagmaned_8. So, BAGH. And then the brand is BAGH.official_. So... As you can catch us.
Yeah, thank you for talking with us.
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet y'all too. Y'all some bag getters, so
thank you.
I respect y'all. I love this.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Ready? Okay, so hold on. Let me put the song again. I do transition songs.
Maybe I could do like a little video. Yeah, over here, like back here.
Good? Okay.
Is this good? Maybe I should
tilt it a little bit. Yeah, that's good. That's good. No, but you got to be in it. You're in it. Oh, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I just wanted to
okay, so we are here with the curator of the event, Sam. I'm going to call you Sam.
Smetheus. That's my full name.
Smetheus. Go for it. So,
really
yeah, just tell people, I guess, where you're from, how old you are, and how long you've been curating events.
I'm from New York. Mm-hmm. Do I have to say my age?
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm in my 20s.
Okay, she's in her 20s.
Mm-hmm. And what was the last question?
How long have you been doing curating events?
Oh, okay. Well, I've been curating my own events since last year, October.
Okay.
Including other vendors, including other artists and stuff like that. But I had started events for my brand last March.
Okay.
No, April 22nd of 2022. I started doing events at Washington Square Park. So I'd set up a table and I'd sell ashtrays and stuff. So I would do that personally. I do that for my own brand.
Okay.
And then I later turned into incorporating other artists and other creatives to be able to come around and have the same opportunities, learn from each other, see what it's like, and like grow from there.
Yeah. And
not doing it in a place that's like cold or maybe like not organized,
right?
Or, you know, it's specific, and you know everyone's coming together for a specific reason and stuff. And then before that, I was just doing it for like other companies and stuff. Yeah. So I like really started organizing stuff when I was in high school, like doing events and stuff with student government. So I like liked it. Yeah, I always had like something in me that was like, I want to get people together for a common goal. Like I like helping people. I like, you know, making people happy and just finding stuff that like helps them overall in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can describe your brand, because your brand, so what is it? Like, tell us a little bit.
3.
Okay.
So the first one, the one I started first, is 78 Set. It's a marketing agency. It's what sponsored this event today.
Okay.
And I started that, I mentioned 2018, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? It originally started as a photography portfolio.
Okay.
And I got this idea from when I was in high school. I was in a virtual enterprise class, so we had an opportunity to create a business online. Okay. So it's not an actual business where you have expenses or anything, but you're pretending like you do. You're pretending it's a real functioning business. So I was doing marketing then. It was like the VIP of marketing. And through there, we used to have people come by the class and talk to us about what they know as entrepreneurs and experts and stuff like that. And there was an older guy one day, he told me, like, you should make a website because one day people are going to Google you and they're going to find you online. And the best thing to have is a website.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, man, that's like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, when there's like someone who, like, usually people are like, oh, like this guy's chatting or whatever. Like, do people like to treat older people like
they don't know what they're talking about.
But I was like, this guy's onto something. And I kept it in my mind. And then that was like my senior year of high school. And it didn't really start becoming a thing until 2018. So I was in sophomore year of college. Yeah, I was in sophomore year of college around there, I think. 2019, 2020, I graduated. So I created the website. It was a photography portfolio. And then I started doing interviews. I started opening up, like I thought, how can I get other people to get incorporated with the brand? So I started in interviews. I did Arson, the original creator, who's one of the performers tonight. He did the event he did the last event. And then I also interviewed Cornelio, who's another DJ here tonight. He's a performer, a drummer, known around the city. I did Via E-Music. Bianca's her name. I did an interview with her. And just like, I just got more into like getting to know artists and what they're like. And that really opened it up to like, how can I help now provide you with a way to like be successful? Because I was like so inspired and like, I was like, this is really cool. And I'm going to school for marketing and everything. So I just really wondered like, how can I get marketing? How can I get knowing these people one-on-one and like that together? And how can I create something from this idea? Like I have this idea, like I feel the energy there. I just don't know like how to get it like down. So I slowly but surely started making it more and more physical, and then the website just kept building more and more. And then we had after I graduated, I started working full time. So I did door-to-door sales for a while, and I got a grasp on that and like doing sales like with people, talking to people, building teams, getting into like leadership positions, which I had other jobs of like management and stuff like that, but this was more so of like building actual connections with people and learning tactics that get them to be more interested and want to buy, as opposed to like get scared and not want to know anything or think they know it all or something like that. But also what interested me about marketing was really more like innuendos in a way, like things that you could see and you're like, I get it, like puns, you know, like it's a double entendre, like or you look at something and right away you understand what it is. And I always thought that was like really great because it's so interesting how sometimes you know absolutely nothing about something and you take a glance at it and you completely understand it, and it's like art. Marketing, you know, even though it's not all art, the word art is in there. Marketing. So yeah, sure. that really got that. So then I thought, how do I define what I like to do? And that's when I came up with advertising, events, and consultations. It really started as consultations, giving people advice on how they can better their own brands, how they can better themselves to like show the world what they do. And then it turned into advertising and then events. I got more into promotion and like doing photo shoots and just organizing stuff and getting people to understand what I'm doing, like posting on social media, having a website in general, like just generating people to the website from the social media, generating people to social media. Like I was in the park and I was talking to like over 305 people a day. 500, like over 5. And I'm like, hey, like support a small woman-owned business. And like it was very interesting. I actually want to go back this summer and like do it again, like as a little.
When it comes to marketing, right? Like what do you think is the biggest mistake that people make when it comes to like marketing themselves, or maybe something that they just need a little bit more guidance with?
I think that a lot of people just don't know their why. They don't know why they do it, or they forget it. And it's like, okay, but what's the purpose behind this? You can't just throw something out there and think that people are going to care about it, especially not more than you. Like you actually have to care for what you do. And if you care enough, you'll understand why you want to do it. And and also like I think some people just don't hold on to their determination. And you know, like passion is something. You also have to have consistency. You have to have commitment, because you can be consistent, or like the commitment is what would then build consistency. It won't always look like the same and stuff like that.
But, for sure.
Yeah, so I think that's something. And then from there, you'll just start cultivating it, and it'll start evolving for you. And slowly but surely, it will just build into something what you could imagine. Like now, sometimes I look at the business and I'm like, I imagined doing this years ago, and it's so scary because like I didn't think it was possible, but it's like real at the same time.
You just like put your head down, got to work, and you look up, and it's like, oh shit, I'm doing it.
I mean, it was like more like looking around, you know, like I didn't really have to look down at anything. Like at some point I kind of looked around and I was like, this is what I kind of imagined it looking like, but what it really, it's a feeling more like you pull out this feeling and you're just like, oh, it's here, you know. And I work a lot, especially with the universe. Like I work big on energy. I was gonna say manifestation, and it's bigger than the manifestation, right? Because if I feel an energy and I take it seriously, like artists do, they take that energy and they put it out there. So I have to just take that energy I have inside of me and put that into helping other people, into helping myself first and foremost, you know?
Yeah.
And then like by helping myself, I can help other people, and they can help people, and we can connect with more people, and then we can all help each other, and we can build a community.
It just keeps growing.
And that's the point.
Yeah.
The point is to keep growing. I got tired of thinking that I was helpless. I got so tired of thinking that I can't turn to my friends, I can't turn to a community, I can turn to anyone and them understand where I'm coming from. Like I feel like now, since I've started doing this, more and more people are like, you know what, maybe I'll lend you a helping hand or something. Maybe we can do something for each other. But when I first started, it was a lot of like, well, and it's like, I don't know what, you know, and sometimes it wouldn't even be successful people who are asking you to like give it your all. It's people who don't really have much going for themselves.
It's always those people.
You know, and it's just like, or maybe they do have something going for themselves, but it's like we have to know where we fall short, and we have to be able to like work with each other on something, because you can't do everything alone. I don't think you can do anything alone.
No, you can't. You really can't.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, what was the inspiration behind the theme of this event, Soundometry? Like,
okay, so I was in the studio one day and I was telling this engineer, I was like, oh, it's pretty interesting, this little thing on the screen that like goes up and down and up and down. It just goes sideways, but like when the music starts bumping, it just goes like long.
yeah.
And he was like, yeah, it's like really cool. But to me, because when I first recognized it, I was like, it looks like a person. It looks like a person like that creates a shape, like it's, you could see its form as the beat forms. And the people who are in the studio, they understand what I'm talking about. But like, I was like, there's this person in the song,
People
like
watching,
it's got the vibes. It's got all the vibes and everything.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, like it happens with the sound. And I was like, it's so funny because it looks like shapes and geometry, soundometry.
Oh,
And then
nice.
everything really starts from sound. Like the other day, someone was telling me, like, he's actually going to be here later. He's a tap dancer and he studies sound.
Oh,
and he was
nice.
saying about how even in religious views in the Bible and stuff, they say God, you know, made a sound, and that's where everything started. It all started from. But it's a vibration.
Mm-hmm.
It's a frequency, you know? And it's so funny how it's like one of the senses. You know what I'm saying? Like it all happens at once. It's
She's
the sound
like getting
and the
inspired
vision.
as she's talking.
It's all together, and that was the point of bringing this event to like having this event today. It was to get people to be more aware of how they're really influenced by like the smallest of things.
Yeah.
They're influenced by their senses. Like I don't think that people really realize how stimulation of your senses affect you as a person. Whether it's like, you know, it's a taste, a touch, a smell, like you can get triggered, and like learning how you get triggered and stuff like that, and also learning what inspires you and what motivates you, and like sounds that depress you, sounds that excite you, things that visuals that and everything. And what really big on sound is like communication. What does it sound like? What does what you're saying sound like? Like you could totally agree with the person next to you, but because it sounds different, you're disagreeing.
Absolutely.
You're disagreeing.
Absolutely.
And you're saying the same thing, but you're disagreeing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then there's like a medium in between. Sometimes I think that people live in different worlds, but they're able to come together through these art mediums and like through songs and stuff. Like we don't understand each other, but we like the same music for some reason.
Right.
Or we're from two completely different cultures. Who would have thought we would have come together with this?
Yeah. And speaking of sounds and how it affects you, I want to know like what sounds you gravitate towards, or even if you want to talk about music that like inspires you or gets you going.
I like you know, like Don Toliver and Travis Scott. I like the vibey stuff. I was listening to the song. I've been listening to the song a lot, Caribbean Queen.
I haven't heard it. No.
Caribbean Queen.
Yeah, sing it,
now
my girl.
We're sharing the same dream. I'm so bad at this.
Yes, I've heard that song. Yeah.
It's so soulful. Like I like music that means something. It has substance, and there's a why. It's always about the why.
Right.
You can feel, like you can see it. It's duende. That's what I really like. I like something that like. Maybe if it's just 1 out of 10 of their songs, like I know that they really like something about it is like, damn, I really felt that. I really felt it, and it could be any genre really, but I usually gravitate towards that because maybe that genre of music is more in tune with stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. Are there any sounds that repel you?
If there's too much going on, if like even the verbiage sometimes, like the beat could be great, but like the lyricism it's like, why would you say that? Sometimes I wonder, like, do people hear what these people say sometimes? And then it really affects me to the point that I'll be at the club, I'll be outside, and just the song, like, just
saying the lyric for me, I'm like, I cannot support this.
Really?
I can't even like people will sometimes tell me like, are you okay? Like, are you having a good time? And I'm like, I'm having a great time.
It's just this particular song.
But like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? And then it just kind of reminds you, like, this is where society stands right now.
Yeah.
This is what's thriving. This is what's up there. This is what people are talking about. What people are thinking about.
Right.
And they don't really realize that. They don't realize what.
No, they don't.
Or they do, and they're like, nah, it's so cool or whatever. And it's like, there's so much cooler things out there that excite you, and they do it
They're
for
just,
you,
like, going
but
with
without using drugs and alcohol. And I feel like why drugs and alcohol and sex and all of this stuff has become so like big, like the culture of just having a lot of vulgarity and just everything about surface and what it looks like versus what it means comes from that, from the influence of like okay, this is okay, it's okay to be on the surface, but to not really like feel anything or like to really ask questions, I guess, or like the communication or something. I don't know.
No, I know what you mean. Nobody's questioning shit. Everybody's just kind of going with the masses and whatever's cool right now.
Or like they see it and they just like, they're just, I don't know. They're like,
they don't have like a strong reaction to it. Yeah, they're going with the flow. Like you're actually like questioning why.
Yeah, I'm like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. No one wants to question why.
It's so funny because I have this question mark tattoo.
See, you question shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
I actually got it for the album, for the question mark album for XXXTentacion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I sent him a bunch of questions.
Really?
And he made the album.
Oh shit, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, so you talked about one brand. You have two more.
Yes. So I have the art brand.
Okay.
And I started the art brand in 2021. And that I started after my older brother, Carlos Giuliani, had passed away with COVID.
I'm sorry.
And I got, thank you. I did it more to help myself stay motivated in just doing something and not sulking, not being depressed, and just like self-care and something that like, let's say someone else is going through something similar. They like look at something, maybe they bought it from my brand or bought it from someone related to or such, and they think about like how, you know, other people also have those moments, but they still come through it and they still get through the other side. And I thought of like, what are some things that people like use that make them feel good? And the first thing was candles, like the aromatic scents and stuff, like aromatic things. And I started making candles at first, and then I got the trays and the candles at the same time, but I really just got involved with the candles and the wax making because it was exciting to do that.
Yeah.
And I really sat on the ideas of what to do with the trays, like what am I gonna, I'm so confused. And then I just started painting it one day. Like I was like, this is cute. I like it.
Okay.
And then they were painted, and I was like, all right, these are painted. Now we need to get these out into the world. And with my experience doing like the door to door and the events and everything, I was like, I'm confident that I could stand somewhere and I can get this done. And I did just that. I stood there and I was talking to everyone and everyone, and I was like, there, you know, there's like moments of rejection and everything, but I was like, it's okay. Like I'm just letting it roll off my back because I'm gonna find people who connect, and you just have to stay focused on that why.
Right.
You can't let people let you forget why you're doing it, because a lot of people, they'll start and then they don't want to finish because they don't remember why, or they think that their why is not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And your why is good enough.
It's your why.
It's your
That's
why.
It. It's no one else's why but yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your third brand?
My third brand is Hop. It's a plastic pollution. Well, it's a recycling company.
Okay.
And I use plastic at the moment to make art, and the goal is to get a recycling facility implemented in the city or wherever I can get it, because it's just more, it's going to form its own thing.
How do you do it all?
It just it all started as one, really. It's all about helping the world, and like everything is connected to everything.
Yeah.
So if one thing is weak, it's going to be as weak as that, and we're only as good as our environment. We're only as good as our environment. That's what really started that. Like I'm breathing polluted air, and I'm drinking polluted water, and I'm eating horrible food, and it's got my pineal gland all messed up, and like maybe that's sometimes why I sing the lyrics to those songs I don't like, because I have no other choice.
Yeah.
It's just being forced or whatever.
It's a cycle for sure.
It's all a cycle, and it's like, but you can evolve the cycle, and you can do it as a community. You can do it as a group of people together when you all come together and you actually start having these conversations, and that's why I did these events.
Yeah.
To be able to come together, also have these impactful conversations that really get something inside of you ignited, and then you can then talk to like vendors and stuff, and you all really connect and communicate about certain things.
Like people think they're like, oh, I'm just one person, I don't matter, but like look at one person, what she has been able to do and create. Good for you.
Thank you.
Now I'm giving you fucking applause for that, bitch. Like that's amazing.
Thank you.
I want to do 2 more questions. Well, 1 more question.
Yeah.
What is something that you're working on now that you're really looking forward to, or like what's something next that you want to kind of do?
Oh, okay. Well, I just recently got an office in Times Square.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to making that work and moving that forward. It's a shared creative space. Like different kinds of businesses are in there, but I know the owner of the studio, and in our studio, we're going to be working with our agency, like different people who work, photographers, graphic designers, artists, and other stuff in order to make movements.
Right.
Marketing, marketing is a movement, and that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to see how this office comes together and how it grows from there, and who's gonna walk in there, and who's gonna build from there and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're like a godmother.
Yeah.
And a fairy godmother. And just let people know where they can find you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you can find me on Instagram at Already Godly, the entrepreneur, and then my marketing agency is 7-8 Set. You spell 7, you spell 8, and you spell set. And then the art brand is Astronomical Heartache, and the recycling brand is Helping Our Planet.exist. All in all, you can just go to 78set.com and you can find.
Yeah, and I'll put everything in the description below.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yes,
this
of
has
course.
been awesome.
This is like very big on sound too, because it's like it's a podcast.
It's all
you do
sound.
is hear it. All you do is hear it. Yeah,
Thank you
for
so
sure.
much.
Thank you.
Yay. You did great.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me just get my questions. Okay, we should be good. Okay, so we are back with another interview. So please introduce yourself and where you're from and what do you do?
My name is Hope. I'm from Uptown, New York City, Harlem.
Hey, Harlem, finally. I'm tired of these Brooklyn people. Go ahead.
Oh my God, now we gotta show love to all the boroughs, but Uptown, and we show love to the Latino community,
And what do you do?
So me, I'm a composer,
Okay.
a ghostwriter,
Okay.
but altogether an artist,
Okay, beautiful.
I record Spanish music, reggaeton,
Okay.
and I love it.
Yeah, and you speak Spanish, obviously.
I speak 3 languages:
You do? What are the other ones?
English, Spanish, and Patois.
Oh, patois. But you're not Jamaican.
Yeah,
you are
I'm half
Jamaican.
Dominican, half Jamaican,
Lit.
and my mom is Mexican.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm
You're just a mix of everything.
Got all the flavors.
Do you do dancehall too?
No. So when I first started music, I kind of was gonna go into that lane.
Yeah.
But once I got into the Spanish vibe, I kind of just stuck to
with
that.
it. What was it about Spanish music that got you like?
The feeling and the quickness of me writing the songs. It got to the point I don't even write no more.
You just go with it. Yeah, I feel that. I like that.
And everybody loves Spanish music. You look at I remember when I was a kid. Not everybody really fucked the reggaeton with Spanish music. Now that shit went well.
It's everywhere. Yeah. Do you have a Spanish artist that you look up to or that influences your music?
A Spanish artist that I look up to. I think I really fuck with Daddy Yankee. I think growing up as a kid, I really looked up. Compared to all the ones that are out, I think Daddy Yankee was the one that marked me,
Yeah.
But out of all the artists, I think my favorite artist that I look up to is Michael Jackson.
Really?
Yeah,
Michael, he loves Michael Jackson too.
Yeah, Michael Jackson did his songs in English and Spanish and French.
Michael Jackson is the greatest of all time. He will always be the greatest of all time.
Michael Jackson has superpowers.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the artist I look up to.
Do you have a favorite Michael Jackson song? Top 3. If you gotta pick 3.
Billie Jean.
Okay.
Man in the Mirror. And You Rock My World.
Nice.
Top 3 right there.
Yeah. Do you have any projects that you're working on right now?
Yeah, so right now I'm working, I work on singles, but right now I'm working on my project that's dropping on my birthday, June 19th. And I'm just working on that right now and videos that I'm going to shoot too around that same time. Yeah.
So we are, this whole event is about sound, right? So we talked about some of the music that influences you. I also want to know from you, like, what kind of songs do you like listening to for inspiration or even like for your emotions? Like when you're sad, you listen to kind of this. Or when you're happy, you listen to this.
Shit. I'm over here thinking about like when I be sad and shit, but it's very rare for me to be sad.
That's good.
But if I am in the mood like that, definitely listen to the Drakes. If you're sad, I listen to Aventura, the Romeo Santos. He goes hard, and I'll be like, oh my god,
you feel that shit? Yeah.
I feel it.
Corta vena.
Yeah. But for happiness, I gotta just listen to a little bit of everything. It's just whatever's a vibe and stuff like that.
Have you ever tried experimenting with like random sounds in your music? Like maybe not an actual beat, like maybe like two cups banging together or something? Like, have you ever experimented with that?
Not really. I think I just go based off when my producers and I work together.
Yeah.
We never really experimented with sounds not coming off the computer.
Right.
But
And in terms of
that's
yeah.
something I gotta just try. Like, yo, I make that song with
Yeah, like that could be dope.
Yeah. I still haven't done that yet, but it's giving me an idea.
Yeah. And what sounds do you feel like? Sorry, distracted me. What sounds do you like in your music? Like, for example, do you like more guitars in your music, drums, piano, a little bit of everything? Like, what's that sound of your music?
I think the drums for sure.
Yeah.
Because me making reggaeton,
you need the drums.
Is the one that drives the whole beat.
You need the drums.
So once you hear that boom, 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 bro,
you're ready to dance.
You're ready to go. You know?
Yeah. What do you love most about being a creative right now?
What I love the most is that I could inspire a lot of people that are not in the industry and that are in it, and just showing love. Like, music changes everything. Like, it changes the mood, it changes the vibe, it makes a person go from sad to happy.
Yeah.
I just love the feeling of making a person happy through my personal music.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to ask you, like, what was your most favorite project that you've worked on so far?
I think my most favorite project was when I first dropped the first Spanish song, because I feel like a lot of people didn't really know that I really spoke Spanish the way I speak it.
Yeah, I was not expecting you to say that either.
Yeah, like when they look at me, they think I'm a rapper, like I'm doing English, but when they heard the first song, they're like, yo, pero tú hablas español, like you speak Spanish? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
of course, yeah.
So like seeing people's reaction was priceless. So I was like, yeah, bro, like listen to this shit. And they're like, yo, I never knew you could do some shit like that. So that was my favorite moment, the first song.
Yeah, that's what's up. How do you stay motivated or maybe even inspired when you feel like you have a creative block? How do you keep going? How do you push through?
Honestly, just being around good people. Like, I remember during COVID, I had a big creative block because we weren't interacting with people.
You need that.
And my inspiration levels was going down. And I'm like, yo, bro, I need to be around people. Like, I get my inspiration literally by everything I see on the daily basis. So,
what did you do during the pandemic then? Like, what was getting you through the pandemic?
Oh my God. So I was living literally 10 minutes away from here, and I quarantined in my apartment for 3 months. I was only going next door because I had a Dominican restaurant right next to my apartment and the deli across the street.
That's it.
And that's the only times I moved.
Oh my God.
I was only coming in and out. I had no haircut. I wasn't fresh.
Stop.
I swear to God.
You wasn't going to like no parks. You wasn't taking like, you know what I mean? Like,
nah. Bro,
nothing.
I was not trying to take that L because I didn't catch COVID once.
Okay.
Like literally, I was trying to not catch it. I was not trying to get that vaccine.
Right.
I'm like, yo, matter of fact, I'm just gonna stay my ass here, and I'm not gonna.
So when quarantine finally finished, right? Like, what was like one of the first things you did when you like really like started coming out more, feeling a little safe to come out more in terms of like your music, the creative process?
Oh no! So this is what I did, look. Since I was going nuts in my apartment by myself.
Yeah.
So I had told one of my producers, I was like, yo, bro, bring all your equipment and stay with me for a week. So I kind of just kidnapped this. Wow. I was like, yo, bro, don't worry about my food. We got everything. We need to just bring the equipment. I needed it creative. So I had him. I had one of my photographers stay with me too.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to create the roller coaster going again with the creativeness. And then it got to the point I'm like, yo, son, I gotta get out of here. Like, fuck this. So I remember Miami was still open and people were still partying and shit like that. So I'm like, yo, bro, I had called one of my boys. I was like, yo, bro, we out to Miami. I'll buy you the flight. Let's go. And I went to Miami literally when quarantine was still hitting. Shit was bad. The streets was empty. I went to Miami for a week, and then when the last day when it was time to come back, I was like, yo, son, I am not going back to New York. So I ended up just going to LA.
Wow.
Yeah, I ended up going to LA from Miami. And bro, that 2 weeks of me staying in LA ended up becoming 8 months.
Stop.
I literally stayed. I didn't come back.
How?
I didn't come back.
What?
Yeah, I swear to God, like
I wish I could do some shit like that.
Like I was meeting a bunch of creatives over there too, and like my creative bubble started coming back. So I'm like, my nigga, why the fuck am I gonna go back
to New York. Everything's
when
locked
everything
down.
Is closed,
Right.
Like, I don't want to be around that vibe, so I ended up just staying for 8 months. Ended up going to Vegas, to Aspen, Colorado. And yeah.
Oh, you was outside.
Yeah, because I was like, yo, bro, I'm with everything. Where we going?
Like, enough is enough. I'm outside.
I was like not saying no to nothing. And yeah, of course, the only time I was getting checkups like almost every day.
Yeah.
I was getting checked up and shit, make sure like COVID was still big in LA too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's literally what I did during quarantine. I was like, man, fuck this.
Yeah.
I gotta do my thing. And slowly came back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you feel like that time affected your music now? You know what I mean?
How did that time affect my music?
Yeah, like all that traveling, meeting new people, being in different states.
Oh no, like it was beautiful because I got inspiration from a lot of things that I didn't see. Like going to Aspen, Colorado, that was like my first time even going there.
Yeah.
And meeting a bunch of people that I never would have thought I would have met.
Right, yeah.
It was beautiful and just seeing like the geography and shit, everything.
Yeah, everything.
I just bought all of that and then I just started putting it in the music and stuff like that. Just like the feeling and stuff like that.
People don't realize how important it is to like interact and socialize with people if you are creative. Like you need that inspiration.
Yeah, you cannot have an ego.
Yo.
If you're creative or you're making music or you're in the industry, you cannot have an ego because a lot of doors is going to close to you.
Absolutely.
If you are an open-minded person, the door's really open by yourself, and you start meeting a bunch of other people that you never would have thought that you would have met.
Absolutely. If you could collaborate with someone, dead or alive, who would you collaborate with?
Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, figured.
Alive, like right now, I think right now I really want to collaborate with like a female Spanish artist. So I've been listening to like a lot of female reggaeton artists like Anita, Karol G, Becky G.
Who's the other one? She has a beautiful voice. I think she does opera too. She has a song with Romeo too on his album, or was it on her?
Rosalia.
Yes, there we go.
God damn, she is so
her
fire.
voice.
And she, a lot of people don't know that she be producing most of her stuff too.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm not even surprised.
Yeah, she's really
super
nice
talented. Yeah.
She is so dope. I really. Dead or Alive, the second one will be Rosalia for sure.
Yeah, for
her
sure.
Music is touching, and she switches it up. Like she does the opera, crazy voice singing, and then she does like the reggaeton, the little vibey songs, like
Yeah.
So I like the fact that she's just like she switches the lane, like she don't just stick to one thing. That's another thing. As an artist, you gotta just experiment.
You have to experiment.
And it's crazy because like I got a few songs like that too. Like I did like a ranchera. You know what that is?
No, what's that?
Like Mexicans.
Oh, really? Like a mariachi type of thing? Or no?
Yeah,
okay.
Mariachi is different than ranchera.
Okay. So I don't know. I don't know.
I kind of just experimented when I was in LA. I did a song with a female artist. And it was like kind of that vibe. I kind of just took off from the reggaeton and just switched it to like.
What made you want to do that switch?
I mean, I'm half Mexican.
So you already have it in you.
So I kind of have it in my blood, and just hearing the production that was being made, I'm like, I could kill this.
Yeah.
Let me try it.
Why not?
And I kind of just went off the top of my mind and just experimented,
Yeah. Real quick, just to wrap up, is there any other type of so you did ranchera, is there any other type of genre you want to tap into? Or just incorporate into your sound already?
I feel like I'm incorporating a lot of things together, but I think I want to tap in more with the rancheras and shit, like the Mexican vibe. Cause it sounds dope, and the songs are beautiful, and stuff.
I'm curious now. I want to listen.
I'm gonna put you on.
Yeah, put me on.
I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna let you listen to it and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely like the genre I want to tap in a little more into.
Yeah. What are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm working on features.
Okay.
Because I didn't do ever since I started, I never really did features. I was just like focusing on the sound, figuring out the sound, the voice. And once I got it all tapped in, this year I'm focusing on doing more collaborations. So I've been doing like a bunch of features this year.
Nice.
With my friends, people have asked me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, lit. So let the people know where they can find you. Oh, you have a question? Okay, 1 second.
No, because I was here the last time when you were performing, and you stood on a chair and pulled everyone towards you when you were standing on the wall.
Yeah.
How important is like the audience interaction when you're performing?
Well, for me, it's super important. It's super important if I don't feel the energy from the people, I cannot start. I will not start. So that's why last time I'm like, yo, matter of fact, everybody standing on the floor, I gotta make sure everybody looks at me and I'm looking down at them, I'm feeling them, and they definitely gotta take 3 steps forward. So I could feed off your energy and you could feed off mine.
Absolutely.
You know? So
that's what I was talking about with Sam too, because she was like, energy is everything,
bro.
And sometimes it's like so small, but the more you meet people, the more you connect, it grows bigger and bigger and bigger. And so you need that energy, especially as an artist performing. You need that energy.
100%. If the energy's not there, I mean, I think that's for any artist.
Of course.
Like you can see it in like Coachella or Rolling Loud. Like there's some artists that would not start unless it's lit. Like, you know, like let's go.
It affects your performance because if not, you get in your head and then the performance is trash or whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So yeah, again, so tell people where we can find you.
So you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, everything. She Hopeless, the word she, the word hope, and the word less all together.
Okay.
All my songs are in every streaming platform: YouTube Music, Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, Audiomack, all of them except SoundCloud. I don't use SoundCloud, but I use everything else.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for talking with us. You were great. Yeah, we're gonna get that info too.
Always.
Okay, hold on. Real quick. All right, guys, and we're back. So I'm sitting here with, what's your name?
Arsenio.
And where are you from and what do you do?
I'm from New York City. I was raised in the Bronx.
Yes,
you know what it is. I was also raised in Harlem and in the Heights. So I have a lot of different parts of New York in me. And what do? I just create. I love to write. I love to make music. I produce sometimes. But I just love to create, man. I like to more than ever now. I like to create from a place of uncertainty. You know what I'm saying? Of not knowing what comes next. But I just like to create, man. Whatever it is, you know.
Whatever it is.
Sometimes I make clothes, like I write and draw. I just like to create.
A little bit of everything. Is there one thing that you like a little bit more?
Music, because it's come to me so naturally.
Yeah.
And because it started with poetry when I was real young. But creating is really it. But music is the kind of like the vessel, the car that I drive through that. You know what I mean?
When it comes to producing, can you just explain, because I have a lot of women followers too, can you just explain to me what it means to produce a song?
Okay, so I just want to put this out there first. I am not a producer like 100%. I just fuck around.
So how do you fuck around?
I fuck around by, there's a project that I'm working on right now with my producer, my in-house producer.
Okay.
And I'll tell you his process. So I go to the studio with him and he basically plays me drums or a sound that he enjoys, and from then I give my 2 cents and he just gets in his zone and clicking buttons, playing keys, picking sounds that you like from a feeling, all coming from a feeling or a vision, and then it comes together, you know what I mean? But with me personally, I'm not that great at it, but music is subjective. But producing is dope, man. Producing is dope. And for the women followers out there, there's a lot of great women producers, and I believe in women producers, so we need to see more of y'all.
Thank you for that.
For sure.
Thank you.
Because I fuck with a lot of y'all, so producing is dope.
Because being a creative, I feel like, especially with music or what's the other one? Well, music industry, whether it's producing or actually being an artist, is very male dominated.
Also, engineering, to throw that out there.
Engineering for sure.
I've seen very few women engineers. I know of one that I found. She's an Asian girl. I don't know her name.
Yeah.
Sorry, but she's pretty successful now.
Yeah,
and
whenever I see women in the field, I'm like, oh, y'all getting some work.
I love it, man. I love it. I think we're in a very early stage in history that we have yet to breach kind of this ceiling or wall. I don't want to call it masculinity is taking over certain industries, but I think that maybe some women are a little intimidated by it because there's very few of them in the space, but I support y'all.
Yeah, you guys bring value, for sure.
Absolutely. 100%.
When your producer plays you sounds, is there any sound that you feel like you gravitate towards?
I think I just gravitate towards what feels right in the moment.
Okay.
Just to put it out there, I've been sober for a year now. I don't smoke anymore. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's tough. But yeah, I think now the way I approach music is just whatever feels right in the moment.
Right.
I gravitate towards that, and I don't have a genre or a specific sound that I want to uphold. I think I just go towards, like, right now I'm making reggae with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're making like a reggae project for the summer, and you know, I love to rap. I sing sometimes on the side, you know, certain songs.
And you can sing?
I think so.
Okay. I want to hear. So. You have something that I could hear.
I think so. I don't want to do it right now.
No, like a song or something.
I'll let y'all wait till a record comes out. Maybe I'll sing later today, but yeah. I think I could sing.
That's dope.
Yeah.
How important, or no, not how important, when it comes to sound, how much do you think it affects your mood?
Vibrations or sound in general, you're saying?
I'm saying sound, I guess, yeah, we could do that.
Right.
Or we could do music.
I think that it's very, how do I put this? I think sound is underestimated still to this day, like, because there's so much availability and so much sound out there that people don't realize how much it affects them, really. Yeah. So when you have a sacred space and you spend a lot of time in silence or in stillness, you realize how vulnerable and how just sensitive we are to sounds. You know what I mean? So I think it affects my mood greatly. Yeah. Even if I don't see it in the moment, but yeah, I think it does. Yeah, for sure.
You talked about sitting in silence, and I'm curious, do you sit in silence often?
Yes, I'm a meditation instructor. Yes,
Stop.
I'm a meditation and breathwork instructor, and I've been doing this for like about to be 5 years. And yeah, I love silence, I love stillness. I think it affects my music creation process, and even being with people. Like before here, I was meditating in the cab. I only spoke a few words. And it prepares me for the latter, like the polarity. The opposite of silence is music. It's loud. It's congregation and union. So I don't know. I think it helps me balance out myself. Because if I was always not in silence, I'd be...
Right. I was going to say, because I've gotten into meditation, and a lot of the people that I, speak to or even have on the pod, they're trying to get into meditation.
Right.
There, and I know that's not related to sound, but like, is there something that you could recommend when it comes to meditation?
I would say it does regards to sound, though, because vibrations, right?
Right.
I think when you're in silence, you can find very elusive ways to raise your vibration. And vibrations don't necessarily have to be heard through the ear. They could be felt. And sounds are vibrations. So I do think that to give some advice to people out there, if you want to get into meditation, I would say don't try to be perfect when meditating. Just sit in silence and try to observe your thoughts and focus on your breathing first. And then from there, there's endless possibilities that could come from that. The experience could get psychedelic almost,
I think it's the observing of the thoughts, because I think even for me, I'm still struggling with, I go down the rabbit hole, and it's like, you're supposed to just observe it and let it go, not hold on to it.
So crazy.
It's so hard.
Like I tell my students, I say, observe it, try not to change it, try not to argue back or correct. It's very hard, but I think one thing that we get confused with too is like the idea that meditation is supposed to fix us right away.
Right.
I think that the more we sit in it, we realize that the experience of life is meant to be understood, not just to be solved right away. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my little zen moment.
Have you ever studied like Buddhism or whatever? Because you're giving me Buddhist right now.
I've studied a lot of different things. I've studied the Tao. I've studied some of the Quran. I read the Bible. I read a lot of different things.
Nice.
And I have a relationship with Christ, with Christ, and I believe in the universe as well. So a lot of people may see me as contradictory, but I think that I just try my best to know different walks of life so I can there help people better, because I'm of service at the end of the day.
Yeah, and it's like there's no right or wrong way. I just feel like as long as you're being a good person and you're putting out good energy, you're good.
Out there, there's a lot of different systems and beliefs, and I think we live in an age where everyone wants to be right, but no one wants to be real.
Absolutely.
And I think that, we all have bad days, we all have good days. None of us are perfect. And in the Bible, to mention it says we all fall short of God's will. So I just know that for a fact. You keep trying your best. You keep your heart in the right place. Repent and, try to evolve. Try to change. Put your best foot forward.
Absolutely.
You'll be all right.
Absolutely.
We'll be all right. Like Kendrick said, we're going to be all right.
We going to be all right.
Right.
I wanted to ask one last question. If there was any one supply or tool that you can use in your creative process, what would it be? Anything.
Oh, wow. One tool that I could use in my creative process? Wow. I would say environment.
Okay.
I think people are really important in the creative process, who you have around you. But I think environment, like, the environment can change so much.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I would say that for now. I got to think on that more. That's crazy. That's a really good question. I like that question.
Oh, yeah. But honestly, I think your answer is great. I wasn't even thinking. I was actually thinking of something tangible,
Like
but
an
the
actual
environment
tool.
really affects. Like, I was just sitting down with another artist named Mars. You know Mars?
Yes.
And like from that painting, her environment was she just got out of a really bad breakup, and look what she created out of it. That painting right there.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's kind of dark,
that's
but it's
beautiful.
lit.
That
and
is
like
beautiful.
every part of her art had a meaning, had a story to tell behind her breakup. So
That
I
is
just feel like the
beautiful.
environment definitely impacts your creative process.
To end it off, right?
Yeah.
So many things are involved in the diet of a person, right? What we eat, what we drink, but also who we talk to, music we listen to, the people we spend time with, and I think that all plays a part into environment because if you're spending time with a lot of person, they can become your environment.
Absolutely.
So being wary of knowing when to take space, knowing when to give energy, and protecting your space and creating your space how you want to, like how you want it to be, how you want it to look and how you want it to feel is important. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, environment is my tool. I think the indispensable tool will be environment for me.
Absolutely. Is there anything that you're working on currently?
Yeah, so I'm working on a reggae project with my producer Jamel. I'm also working on another EP with my bro Tim. Shout out to Tim, shout out to Jamel. And yeah, we're working on some stuff. I'm trying not to force things. Life is short, so there is a sense of urgency, and I don't know what tomorrow holds, but we just making what we love to do, man. And I just want to help people at the end of the day. I want to be as genuine, as real as I can in my music and offer my gift through that and through my life, Music is life, life is music, so be a good person, make good music.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
Tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Original Creator. You can find my music on Apple Music, all streaming platforms, at Arsenio, Arcenio. You just find me anywhere. It's my name. I used to go by Arson. I still go by Arson if you want to call me that. But you can find me by my name, Arsenio, Arcenio. And yeah, I hope y'all doing good out there.
Yeah, thank you so much for speaking with us. This was great. Nice meeting you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Oh yeah, the mic. All right, welcome back. So we are here with Cornelius, aka Manifest. Wait, what? Oh yeah, really talking to the mic. Hi, nice to meet you.
What's going on?
So just tell people where you're from and what you do.
From Brooklyn, New York. Raised in Panama. I'm a drummer, international drummer, percussionist, teacher, DJ, motivator, and also your best friend.
Just everything.
Yeah,
a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You said you're from Panama? You speak Spanish?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Is Spanish, you are, hold on, sorry. You're an artist, you said?
Yeah, you can say, I'm
definitely an artist. But like a music, like do you sing, do you rap also?
No, just drum, produce.
Drums, okay.
Yeah, just really
right.
drum.
How does being from Panama affect your creative process or your music?
Oh, 100%. Like, it got me playing drums. Being raised in Panama, there was this high school over there.
Yeah.
I was raised across the street from it. They would rehearse all the time.
Yeah.
And I would listen to them, and it just motivated me to bring it over here and do it. And since then, it just went into my own style.
Yeah.
Went from playing for artists, and now I'm just playing for myself. It's crazy.
Yeah. This whole event is about sound, right? And so I've asked a few people, but no one has really given me the answer, okay, that I'm looking for. Do you use other things to make sounds other than actual instruments? Like I'm talking about cups, spoons, pots, pans. Like, is there anything else that you use?
I mean, when I'm busking, that's when I'm playing outside in the subway for money or in the subway.
Yeah.
I try to use like the train or like people was clapping or like, you know what I mean? Or like, I try my best, you know what I mean? But when I'm producing, not too much.
No?
I should though.
I feel like that's fire.
Yeah, it is
like
fire.
You could be like, oh, I made that beat from like somebody said, oh yeah, like I could do that and say I made a beat from like two spoons banging together.
Facts,
like that's fire.
Facts.
So when you're producing music,
but I can make sound out of music out of anything.
Yeah. What is there a certain sound that you gravitate towards too when it comes to like making music?
A certain sound.
Yeah.
That's a good question. It just has to be feel good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It just has to be simple. Simple enough that it's not complex.
Yeah.
That everybody can get and fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of genre of music do you like listening to?
that I like to listen to.
Yeah.
I'm more of a jazz, Afrobeat. Yeah. Afrobeat, jazz, like I could do some house.
Which one?
I could do house.
Oh, house music.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I do like to get a little ratchet. Like I need trap in my life. I like some trap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some Lil Baby. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Some
absolutely.
Young Boy. A little bit of that. Some Playboy Cardi. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? A
I was not expecting jazz. Why jazz?
Because I went to Juilliard. I also grew up in a extensive musical background. So like my guy J-Bo, and just being around tap dancers like my boy over here.
Oh, nice.
Boy J-Bo.
Hi.
J-Bo, and I'm always around a variety of artists. You know, so but jazz puts me in a place of calm, peace of mind.
Yeah.
It opens my mind to different time with music.
Right.
And being that I'm a drummer, it's not complex for me. Like, and it's not boring. It's more of a
I feel like jazz is kind of busy. Like there's always something going on. Even if it's mellow, there's like multiple instruments at once.
Yeah. Facts. It's always a story. Just like it's like a picture that says 1,000 words.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need lyrics. You just gotta. It is what is your interpretation of what you already make it, and that's what jazz is.
Yeah. How important do you feel sound is in affecting your mood?
Oh, 100%. Like, I'm the kind of person that I don't like to talk when I wake up.
Same.
In the first 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a nice day outside, and I don't like, you really don't like to talk when you wake up. And imagine you getting a brand new car.
Yeah.
You want that first song to be popping. You feel me? So the sound is super important when you wake up. You know what I mean? So that first song of the day tells everything about how you're gonna do it. That's why sometimes I just like to just put on motivational music, even though I'm not even that time of frame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because, you know what I mean? It puts you in a different atmosphere.
Yeah.
And how you can start your day. You know
Absolutely.
I mean? Sometimes it's not good to start your music with tempo. Sometimes it's good to start with your music with some trap. You know what I mean? Because then it puts you in a certain mindset of just like, oh, you have to get it. But in reality, you just got to be calm, and everything's gonna come to you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I like jazz.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Is there something that you're working on right now, like a creative project that you're working on right now?
A lot of things.
Oh, tell us.
So I'm at Apollo.
Nice.
First, I want to just say that I'm at Apollo July 5th. I'm battling for $20,000. Yep.
Wait, hold on.
Yep.
Freeze, put a pin.
Yep.
How do you learn about like being part of the Apollo process?
So I was busking. Busking is when you play outside for money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was like 11:30 at night. It was a Saturday. I was tired. It was rainy. And I was about to finish like around like 12:31.
Yeah.
And then some random girl came up to me and was just like, "Yo, can I please take over? Because I really want to practice for my audition tomorrow."
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I looked at her and I was like, "Yo, it's like 11:30 at night, and you want to come take over the Lansing train station, like?" And you asking me, and no offense, like everybody knows I'm always there, so it's like, damn, you got some guts, you know what I mean? And it must be really important that it's 11:30 at night,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And you're by yourself, for me. No offense to a woman, but she's by because a woman can take care of herself.
In New York,
yeah,
like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me give her the spot. Me giving her the spot, and I was leaving. I was just like, out of curiosity, what are you auditioning for? She's like, oh, the Apollo. And then I was like, oh, when is it? She's like, oh, at 6 a.m. I was like, damn, it's raining.
It's that early in the morning?
It was that, yeah. I was like 6 a.m. I was like, that's crazy. It's 11:30 right now. Okay, I'll see you at Apollo. I did the audition, and we both made it.
Stop.
We both made it. We both made it.
That's crazy.
That had both of us.
What was your thought process like? What was going through your mind? Like, paint the picture.
What's it called? I have a daughter named Kaden. She's 1 year old.
Yeah.
I really want to just change my life. I know that what I do is changing lives. And it's for me. I know that it's a light that I've called. I've been on this earth for so long. I've been walking through the darkness of like so many doors, you feel me? And this saved my life for me. So I know this is what I'm meant to do. And I'm great at other things for me, but so when I went there, just had the determination of, and lately, since I've been a father, I just had the determination of, you can't take no for an answer.
Absolutely.
every day I leave my house, even on a regular day, I have to come back with something. If I come back with nothing, I feel like a shit ass father. Sorry to curse.
No,
I feel useless. Like I didn't provide. You know? So just with that intention of just going out there, knowing that it's 20,000, knowing that if I win this, me playing outside in the subways every day for a living, because that's where I make my money. Now people's not gonna look at me like, oh, that's that bum playing in the subway, not outside.
Yeah.
Now people's gonna be like, oh, bro, he won the Apollo. He's from New York. He's putting on for the drum culture. He's teaching his kids. Kids are looking up to him. You know what I mean? Now it's all starting to make sense. So it's more of a determination to prove myself wrong. Not too much nobody else.
Right.
But also to be an inspiration and also bring that bag home. That's going to change my life.
Absolutely.
I have so many plans, and I just need the money to jumpstart to live without busking and start my businesses that I want to start and give a life to my daughter that I never had.
Yeah. What's your preparation process for that too? Like, how are you preparing for this?
Sleep, working out.
Yeah.
What's it called? Being a man of your word.
Yeah.
And also just letting things flow how it's supposed to flow.
Yeah.
Just not pressuring things.
Yeah.
And also sacrificing more. Now I feel like with the economy, less is more. And what's it called? Minimizing your expenses.
Absolutely.
With that, not only minimizing your expenses, minimizing the things around you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not to say doing you a benefit.
Yeah.
But also not being scared to up the goal. Money's manifest, you know what I mean? So you always gotta manifest and up that goal,
Absolutely.
and not be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you got a 100 an hour paying job doesn't mean there's not a 150 hour paying job out there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
Why settle?
Why settle?
Why settle? Yeah.
And understanding that family is important. And you can't do nothing without that. I can't do nothing without my family. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Even though you be the breadwinner all you want, but nah.
yeah.
Nah, you know what
When
I mean?
is the Apollo thing? When is it?
It's July 5th.
Oh, so you got time.
Yeah. But it's Apollo. I make these drums. I'm launching the business soon.
Nice.
This summer.
Really nice.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of couple things. I'm stepping into mental health. But right now it's just the drumming, and I play for various artists right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout outs to Tyler. Shout outs to Kevin Gates.
Oh shit! Really nice.
Facts. Yeah, man. Just taking it day by day.
How is it working with these artists that are like huge? Like, how is that?
It's another day in the office.
Yeah. I'll be freaking out. Like, oh my god.
Nah. After a while, you start to realize, like, when you get into those situations, you realize how blessed you are.
Yeah.
And then you realize that it's meant for you,
right.
And especially when you didn't force it, and
especially when you didn't force it.
You feel me? Like, it's just you didn't talk shit. You didn't put nobody down. It came to you. You know what I mean? So even if you 2 minutes late, they're not on your back. You know what I mean? Because nothing means you should be late, but it's because it's meant for you. You know what I mean? But it's pressure, but it's good pressure. You know what I mean? Because when it's time for me to put it out, it's just like, yo, I did that.
Yeah.
And then it's also that mind frame of like, yo, my daughter's gonna see this years from now and be like, yo, my dad's popping, and that's pretty lit. You know what I mean? But it's always that scare pressure, like, oh, you might mess up.
But I think what you said is so important about the fact that you didn't force it, because it's like, for me, I know that means it was meant for me.
Facts.
And it's like, once I know that it's meant for me, I kind of move with a little bit more confidence in it. So it's like, yeah, you're gonna be nervous, but I think those nerves just kind of like push you to like put your best foot forward.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
So that's what's up. That's amazing.
Yeah, you gotta let shit flow and let it be, and then take it how it is, and you know what I mean, and then and utilize, be observant. I'm a Cancer, so I'm super
Me
observant.
too.
Oh, Cancer
buddy.
gang.
He's a Cancer like
Gang,
me.
we got Come
outside.
on, it's almost Cancer season 2. Don't play. Don't play. Come on. Don't play.
I love that. Big Cancer shit.
Facts.
Fuck out of here. Nah, I needed that.
Facts. Facts.
What are
Come
we
on,
talking about
man.
right now? Other than the Apollo thing, other than working for these artists, is there anything else you're working on? And I know you have the drum company you're trying to do.
I'm teaching at this high school, working with the BU.
Are you teaching how to like drumming?
Yeah, the Nets. I'm doing my own thing. What's it called? It's a lot of things I'm doing that I can't talk about right now. That's in the works, but it's really just mainly just drumming, putting these shows together. Yeah, you guys just got to see, man. This. I have some campaigns coming out. I have new commercials coming too.
Nice.
In the next month or two. You guys are gonna see that. I'm excited to show. A little documentary I'm working on.
Oh my God, you're doing a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot. You guys just gotta see, man.
Yeah. Before we wrap, can you like play a little something on the drums, like something short? Nothing too crazy.
By chance, I'm also gonna be playing later on too.
Oh yeah, but, I don't know if we're gonna. Are you gonna be recording stuff later? Yeah, we don't know.
I'll play a little something.
Yeah, play a little something for my viewers.
What's it called? Yeah, like you do that.
Yeah, I'll hold this. Huh? Oh. So am I ruining it for you?
No.
Yeah, something simple. No, that's fine. Whatever. Sit here. My God, he said something simple, bro. That was crazy. That was fucking amazing. Thank you. He said something simple. I'm dizzy right now. Like,
get
what?
Out of here. Get out of here.
Oh my God, amazing. Thank you so much for talking with me. This was great. Let people know where they can find you.
Thank you. Find me online at omgcornelio.net. All social medias at omgcornelio. Like, oh my gosh, CORNELIO. Also at Manifest. I make these clothes too. I mean,
oh yeah, show the clothes.
That's the logo.
Mm-hmm.
You guys gonna see that online. Hopefully, you might see a sneaker. Just saying. Anybody who makes sneakers, hit me up. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. I'm the new jump man. You know what I mean? You guys just gotta believe in it. But everything at OMG Cornelio, and yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This was awesome.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, nice meeting you. Thank you. Okay, so we are back with KG, right?
Yeah,
it's
KG the boy.
Yeah, so where are you from and what do you do?
So I'm from a country called Botswana in Southern Africa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I rap. You feel me? I make music. I've been making music for 6 years, seriously.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a long time. How old are you?
I'm 20.
You're 20?
Yeah.
And you've been making music for 6 years?
Yeah.
Holy shit. How were you making music, like, before? Like, how were you doing it?
Well, actually, like, the first time I ever made a song was, like, 11 years ago. Because I had an older cousin who, like, made music.
Okay.
And that's kind of, like, what sparked my interest. But then, like, in, like, high school, I met people that, like, made music. And that's when I got back into it, like, for real.
Wow.
And, like, we used to make music together. And Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of music do you make, or what do you like into? More hip hop, R&B, or I was gonna say Afro beats.
Nah, I make hip hop music.
Yeah, hip hop music.
I just don't like putting a title to the genre because I feel like I can do everything. You feel
everything.
Me? Yeah.
And you know what? Music has changed so much that it's kind of hard to even like differentiate a sound because everybody's incorporating everything.
Exactly.
Just to, because you said you're from what part of Africa again?
Southern Africa.
Southern Africa. Yeah. So can you just give me like, I'm not good with geography and I never been to Africa, so like all I know is based on like Wizkid and Malik Berry, like they're from Lagos, right? Is that near where you are, or is that completely like?
Nah, it's not too far, but it's not right there.
Okay.
You know South Africa?
No.
South Africa.
South Africa. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my country's like right next to South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Botswana.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference that you've noticed the most, like coming from Africa to now being in New York? Like, what do you feel like is a big culture shock?
I don't know. I just think the people, like, I think the way people are just in general, like, it's not really something I can explain, but it's like something like if you see both sides of the spectrum, like you can kind of get it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
like,
I want to know.
Like,
because I never been to Africa. I'm dying to go to Africa though.
Yeah.
So like, what do you mean? Like the people? Like, is it the way we talk? But is it our customs? Is it the way we carry ourselves? Our traditions?
I think people like back home a lot more traditional and like. I don't know if I should say like not respectful, but like I can't even explain it. Like you have to see both sides of the spectrum to get it. Yeah, there is differences, but like there's a lot of similarities too. Like you guys think we don't see a lot of shit that y'all see here, like on the internet, but like we have the same internet. We see everything y'all see, and
yeah. I think we have like a really like a weird misconception of Africa just based on what the media puts out there.
Facts.
And so a lot of people think, oh, it's just a third world country. There's a lot of poverty, or there's a lot of like they're not educated. And it's like, no. Like I watch shows on Netflix of like the actors and actresses in South Africa. It's based in South Africa. They're thriving better than we are here. Like we are struggling over here. Yeah. But what do you like more? What do you like? What's the environment you enjoy more?
There's certain things I like about both.
Okay, tell me like, some stuff.
Yeah, like home is always going to be home, so I'm always going to have home. But like I really love being out here. You feel me?
Yeah, that's cool. So this event is about sounds, right? What kind of sounds are you influenced by for your music? Or what do you like to bring into your music?
I'm a person, like I listen to all types of music because I feel like you can gain inspiration from everything. So like certain music I listen to just because of the beats. Certain shit I listen to because of the lyrics. Certain things I listen to just because they touch a different frequency like in my head. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I listen to all sorts of different things. I get my inspiration from everywhere.
Mm-hmm. When you're in I want to talk a lot about I'm really big on emotions. So like when you're feeling down, what kind of music do you gravitate towards to kind of boost your mood back up?
If I'm feeling down, I'm gonna probably play something hype. I don't know, to get me hype. Yeah.
Oh, so you don't do, because like some people, like if they're sad, they want to listen to sad stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the opposite.
I'm the opposite. Yeah.
Okay.
I do like that. I do have my times where I need to listen to that type of stuff, but in most cases it's like I'll be the opposite. I want to listen to something to get me in a more like up energy. Yeah.
What do you feel like is the people? What do you think is something that you want people to know about? I guess music, creating music, listening to music, whatever it is. Like, what do you feel like people overlook when it comes to that process?
Not overlook, but I think something I've struggled with myself is like trying to perfect everything. Perfection. So I always want like a finished piece. I always want to take time with everything, but like sometimes it's about like approaching something like with ease. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like not trying to think too much about it.
Just letting it flow naturally. Yeah. I feel like even with it, like I know podcasting is different, but like even this, if I overthink the questions, if I overthink how the conversation should be, it's like whack. It's like, yo, just go with the flow.
Exactly.
Just vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anybody that you would want to collaborate, dead or alive? Like if you could choose anybody, who would you want to collaborate with?
Anybody.
Yeah.
I think I'll say Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
What is it about him that you like?
I don't know, but like when I first got into music, like got serious about music, like I gravitated towards like his sound and like the type of beats he was using. So like I always wanted to work with him. He was an artist that I always wanted to work with because I felt like sonically he was like on another level.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Travis Scott. Is there... Oh, wait, hold on. What's the biggest challenge that you feel like you face as a creative?
The biggest challenge? Like I was saying earlier on, trying to perfect everything. Yeah, so that's something I'm still trying to work on even to now. Like, not trying to perfect everything, not trying to approach something with an idea already. Like, come at it with an open mind and not have an outcome, an expected outcome. You get what I'm saying?
You know, too, what I've noticed about some people, too, like, they care about, like, their music or their art reaching everybody. And if it doesn't happen right away, they get frustrated. Does that ever happen to you?
It did, yeah. At some point, like, it happened to me. I guess also when you think of yourself, like, when you see the art you make, sometimes you expect more of it. You get what I'm saying? So like there was a point in time where I heard certain numbers and like I felt like I needed more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know the behind the scenes, so you know how much work you're putting into it.
How much time exactly. So there was a point where I did do that and I had to step back. Like I stepped back and said maybe I need to work on my art and like try to perfect my sound and
Yeah. How do you push through that? Like, how do you get to a point where it's like, you know what, it's okay if it's not reaching everybody, or it's like numbers don't matter. Like, what do you say to yourself, or what do you do to kind of push through that?
I don't know. I think it boils down to like how bad you want it. You get what I'm saying? So like, for me, it was always a thing of like, this is what I want, so I'm gonna have to deal with it. Like, end of the day, if I want to chase this and music is what I want to do, I have to be ready for what's gonna come with it. And sometimes that it's not getting the numbers I want, not reaching the people I want to reach at the time. But I know it's a matter of time.
With Sam, we were talking, and she was saying that a lot of people get discouraged because they don't have a strong like why, like their reason why they're doing something isn't strong enough.
True.
What is your why? Like, why do you create music?
Music has just I've been able to express myself through music in ways that I haven't in other ways. And coming from where I'm from, it's not many people that have done this and that have, taken music to another level. So I want to be like, from my country, I don't know anybody who's done anything big, on a global scale. And, for me, it was always like, I need to be someone at least that people can look up to.
Right. From your country. Because Africa has a lot of different...
Exactly. And there's a lot of people in Africa doing big things.
Yeah, of course.
In
You got
their
Burna
country.
Boy, you got Wizkid, Malik Berry. I know they're all doing...
Exactly. So for me, it was always a thing of, this is what I love doing the most. And I need to show people what I can do. And that I want to show other people that they can do it too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think too, just to what I've learned from people too, there's like a misconception with Africa when it comes to music that you guys only make one type of music, so it's only Afro beats. And it's like, no, there's R&B artists from Africa, there's rappers from Africa. Like, they're doing it's everything the same way we have everything.
True.
Yeah.
And you go to some places and there's people who make no Afrobeat music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's what's up. What are you working on currently right now?
So currently, I'm working on a mixtape. I dropped a mixtape like last year, August. So right now, I'm working on another mixtape before I drop my album. And my mixtape is probably going to drop sometime this summer. Either next month or June.
Oh, that's exciting. Are you excited?
Yeah. Hella.
That's lit. That's amazing. So let people know where they can find you.
Y'all can find me everywhere. KAYGEE, The Boy, THEBOI. So
thank you for talking with me.
Appreciate
this is nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Okay, we're back with another interview, and I am with, what's your name?
J-Bo.
Say it again.
J-Bo.
J-Bo.
Yeah.
What do you do and where are you from?
I am a multi-discipline artist.
I love that.
Tonight I'm going to be tap dancing. That's like the bread and butter of my artistry, I guess. So tap dance. And I'm from Chicago.
Nice.
Out here from Chi-Town. You know
oh my God. What part?
West Side.
West Side.
Yeah,
West
yeah,
Side. When did you move to New York?
I've been out here about 3 years now, going on 3 years.
How do you like it?
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope, actually. Yeah, it's similar to Chicago, but like more of everything. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay. I remember I met somebody from Chicago, and he was making fun of how New Yorkers speak. Do you feel like we speak weird or different?
You know what? People tell me I speak differently because I'm from Chicago. So like,
I feel the same way. No shade.
No. A lot of people tell me I have like a Southern accent or something like that, but I don't know. I grew up around a lot of people from the East Coast, so I'm already like adjusted to the East Coast accent anyway. So I mean, it's nothing to me.
Is there a New York word, like a slang term, that when you heard it, you were like, "What are they talking about? Like, what is this?"
Man, I guess the most recent thing is glizzy.
Glizzy is crazy, even for me.
Yeah, I was like, yo, what the fuck is a glizzy right now?
Crazy.
So, and that's a hot dog,
it's a
right?
hot dog, yeah.
I thought it was some code for some other shit. Like, the fuck is a glizzy? Okay, but yeah, so that's a new one for me.
I remember the guy I met from Chicago, he told me that we say brick when it's cold. Like, yo, it's mad brick. And he was like, what the hell is brick? And why is everything mad in front of it? Like, mad big, mad brick.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's funny.
I haven't heard, that's actually a new one for me.
You never heard brick?
Yeah, I haven't heard that one.
Oh, do you think it sounds weird?
It kind of sounds weird. If I heard it off the top, I'd be like, what the fuck is that? Like, I don't know.
Like, yo, it's brick outside. Like, it's cold. I don't know why brick.
Mad, I'm used to that. I'm from a dance company called Mad Rhythms.
Okay.
So I'm used to that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
used to that, yeah.
But
so tap dancing.
Yeah.
How do you get into tap dancing? Because for me, when I think of tap dancing, I think of black and white movies back in the day, people with the suits and ties and doing the dances. How did you get into that?
My older brother, cousins, pretty much all the older generation above me tap dance when I was growing up. And just like on some like neighborhood community center type of stuff you get into. So I grew up around it, you know what I mean? So like sometime I was like 5, 6 on up. You know, I was at all their performances and all their shows and classes. So I kind of it was like a way of life to me, you know?
Wow.
So I was in it since I was a shorty.
When you tell people you tap dance, what's usually the reaction?
First off, they usually do some dumb shit. Oh yeah, tap dancing. And then they do a little two-step, a shuck and jive. I mean, and I was like, all right, I get it. I fuck with it. You know, that's your connotation of tap dance.
Yeah.
But usually it's either like, I didn't know people still tap dance.
Right.
Or I didn't know black people tap dance or something to that degree. Like, oh, I didn't expect you to be a tap dancer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I would not think that either.
Yeah.
And you said, do you teach people how to tap dance?
I do. Yeah, I teach classes.
Where do you teach right now?
Right now, I actually just started at this spot called Broadway Dance Center.
Okay.
And that's over in the Midtown. I'm starting next week at this spot in Brooklyn called Mark Morris.
Okay.
And then I do private lessons and all types of stuff as well.
What's the hardest part about tap dancing?
Patience.
Really?
Having the patience. Because all the steps are, I mean, that's probably with learning any art form, right? Like, it's easy to learn the basics, but then, like, to master it, though, it takes a lot. So, same thing with tap dance. It takes a lot of effort to, like, really break down everything mentally and then get it to your feet, you know?
Yeah, and also, like, keep it fresh and keep it creative.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, does music influence tap dancing for you at all? Like,
yeah, no, absolutely.
In what way?
Man, so tap dance, first of all, it's like you said, it's it goes way back to the early 1900s, maybe late 1800s. But so it came up with jazz music. So usually when you see people tap, it's usually to some old school, like what it came up with. For me, I feel like the dope part about dance is that dance always reflects, or popular dance always reflects the popular music at the time. You know what I mean? So right now we got hip hop, we got R&B, we got all these different styles that are like right now, and that's what we messing with now. So I like to express myself to like what people feel now. You know what I mean? It's that new type of feeling.
Gotcha.
But you have a lot of people who are more like purists and they like dancing to strictly jazz, strictly
like
old
don't
school.
ruin the art.
Yeah,
don't taint it with
like
the new shit.
That's something else. That's not right. You know.
Yeah.
So I like to like give people some what they pretty much understand and know. You know, and they kind of bring it together.
Yeah. Is there a specific genre that you like to tap to?
Man, I'm pretty much all over the place in terms of my genres. Like again, hip hop, of course, is my go-to a lot of times because everybody fucks with it.
Yeah.
But man, I'll do some salsa. I'll do some bachata. I'll do some Latin jazz. I'll do some regular jazz. You know, all types of stuff. Yeah.
Wow, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna mess with some of that tonight. Actually.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, what is something that you're working on right now when it comes to tap dancing? Like, where do you see it going? What do you want to do with it?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm working on developing like a one-man show type of thing where I can incorporate, because I also do music, like rap and sing as well, and I act and all those things. And I want to incorporate all that into like one performance that I can do at like art galleries or museums and like more intimate but artistic spaces. You know what I mean?
Have you ever thought, intimate? Because I was going to say, have you ever thought of Broadway? I know that's like big.
No, yes.
But like you said, acting and stuff like that. Yeah. So like a tap dance, live, musical, that could be fire.
Yeah,
you add hip hop elements into that.
Yo, I'm with it. I'm with it. Yo, all day. You know, just getting the funding for that is the main thing. You know what I mean?
The funding,
so, like,
for sure.
Having a producer. So like, I usually want to try to do it at smaller venues so that people can like see what it is, and then take it to bigger type of spots. You know? Yeah.
How often do you meet someone else who tap dances? Or do you feel like you've already established yourself in a community?
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's
so
what
the tap community itself is fairly decently big.
Okay.
It's just not in the mainstream media a lot, so you don't see it.
Right.
But like even for right now, I street perform like that's how Cornelio that you just interviewed a few minutes ago. That's how I met that cat, like street performing and whatnot. And when I'm out in the public, I meet actually a lot of tap dancers who come like, yo, I get down too, and then
for real?
And want to do a little something.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it's a tight little community, but
do you you have social media?
I do, yeah.
You have TikTok?
I do have to. I need to post more for my TikTok.
I was gonna say, I feel like you would go crazy on TikTok because you know people are into that and it's different. I've never, in all my years of being on social media, I've never seen a tap dance person on social media. Yeah. I feel like you you could be viral.
Yo, I'm with it, man. That's that's inspiration right there to do more because I've been hitting up Instagram more, but people been telling me I need to do more of the TikTok.
Man.
I know.
But TikTok apparently they're gonna ban it, so like I don't even know.
Right? What do we
all
do?
All content,
right now?
Just put it everywhere. Yeah. You have a YouTube page?
I do. I have a YouTube.
Okay,
all
so
that
then
stuff. TikTok, Instagram.
Even on the YouTube, do you offer like lessons on YouTube, like how to do like basic steps?
That's what I'm about to get into. But I just need a spot like to record it, so like for consistency and all that stuff. But
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to like get into.
I'm putting mad shit in your
head. Appreciate
do this, do that.
Y'all got the podcast going, so I'm sure you know how to utilize the social media for your, benefit of everything.
Yeah.
So,
what is one thing that you wish more people knew about tap dancing?
One thing I wish people knew about tap dance is the history of it and where it comes from. Because a lot of times, so you have some people who see tap dance and the connotation is, when you used to watch those old black and white movies and whatnot, but it was done in a way that was a lot of times like cooning or shucking and jiving. It was because that was the time period. Like it would be like, yes sir, yes boss, and it would be like, and so when people see tap dance, a lot of times they associate it with that mentality. We're like, yo, it's not that. It's something that was more so birthed out of struggle, like hip hop was. Something that was birthed out of struggle, and then we took it and flipped it to something else. But when everybody sees it, it's like, oh, that's some other shit. That's some cool shit, or that's some like nah, man. So that's what I would hope that everybody could learn is maybe a little bit of the real history behind the art form.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you channel your emotions in tap dancing? So like, I know some people when they're like really sad, they don't even want to like create. So like an artist won't even draw when they're really sad because the emotions are too deep.
Yeah.
Does that happen with you, or do you feel like you channel it still?
Man, that's a good question. To me, yeah, I guess I channel mine when I dance. I guess I interpret my feelings through the music I'm dancing to at the moment,
Right.
A lot of people I know, a lot of performers or artists I know can actually only create from a place of pain.
Right.
Or like, cause it's like, yo, I just went through something. Let me put that into a dance or a song. To me, I don't necessarily do well sitting in like places of lower vibration.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not that no judgment for that, because if you need to be in that place for a moment, that's what's up.
Yeah.
But for me, I create more or better out of a place where it's like inspiration or a song that I'm feeling in the moment and things like that. So for me, it's like in the music I'm dancing to in the moment, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Oh my God. So yeah, tell people again what you're working on and where they can find you.
So right now I'm putting together some beautiful things around the city of New York. A one-man
I like how your face lights up as you're talking about it. He is passionate, people.
I gotta get hype about this, you know?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm putting together that one-man show. Also some music as well. The New York Times just wrote an article about me, so that should be coming out soon. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
And what was you saying? You said,
where they can find you? Like give your Instagram
where you can
handle,
find me?
TikTok.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram or TikTok under Jabowen, which is my whole name, JABOWEN _. And yeah, I'm on there on TikTok or Instagram and Facebook, all that shit. You
all
know?
that shit.
Right.
Look him up. I'm excited to see you dance later.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. This was amazing. Listen, thank you for sitting with us.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Word.
Okay, we back at Tijuana.